Hello everyone, this is Randy here again, another episode of Farming Simulator 15, and we are playing on the MIG map, made in Germany. In this episode, hopefully we're going to do some work on our grass here, going to get it windrowed up, and I think it's, let's see, it's almost done mowing, I believe. Let me see if I can get over there. Yes, looks like he quit. We'll pull him off the field here, and we'll see if we can get Auto Tractor to do the tedding for us. Something I've never done with Auto Tractor yet, so I'm not sure if it'll do it or not, but looks like he did. Oh, he missed a little bit over there, but we're not going to worry about that a little bit. And that looks like he did an excellent job mowing this field. You know, in some regards, a lot easier to set up than course play. Obviously, you could get this to happen with course play as well. But here you pretty much just hire a worker and let him go. Yeah, we'll just park that tractor there for now. And we'll get our 6130 going here with a tedder. Hopefully we can hire a worker with this. If not, then obviously I'll end up doing this myself, obviously. Let's see what's here. Auto Tractor, no hire. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this myself. Could have course play do it. I think I'll just do it myself. Nothing wrong with that, right? Sure I'm not missing something here then. And away we go. And yes, I got the windrower sitting there ready to go already too. Got the Krone Swadro 2000. Nice wide windrow. Happens to be one of my favorites from 2013. So. And yes, the last episode just went live a couple hours ago, so not a whole lot to read for comments yet, but the Harvester Man was saying he's been playing on my RDAllen farming server. Says he would like to play with me. I was actually just on there before I recorded this episode, no one was on, so it's like, I'll just do a MIG map then. I was going to do a multiplayer video, but yeah, like I said, no one was on. And my brother wasn't around to play with either, so yeah, multiplayer by myself just didn't seem like a multiplayer, so. And then I forget, yeah, I don't have my tablet in front of me, so I'm just reading or remembering the comments off the top of my head here. Never a good thing. Someone else commented too and was asking if the version of course play I currently have is the one off Mod Hoster. The one I have is not off a Mod Hoster, but I believe the version I have is the same one. The version of course play I got came straight off the GitHub website. It's version .401. And which I believe is the same version off of Mod Hoster. So yes, they should be the same version. Yes, there's courseplay. 4.01 is the current version I have, and it's, yeah, I think the developer number's down there below. It's .000. So, as far as I know, this is still considered a beta version of courseplay. So it's not, I don't think, a final, fully released one yet. But at least, yeah, we are getting closer, so. still is actually a fairly large field yet. Didn't think this was that big of a field when I started it, but yeah, once you get going on this field, it's like, wow, this feels a little bigger than what I thought it was. Speaking of the MIG map here, I have removed a few more of the mods that it came with. Had some issues with my Bjornholm map. The silage wasn't working there. Probably because I had to do something special with it, and I didn't feel like doing that on the Bjornholm map, so I removed 2 of the BGA mods that this map came with. Actually, I think there might have been more, but I only had those 2 in initially. So I removed those 2. I don't think I have any BGA mods in anymore. I should say just BGA. They're BGA / silage / other thing mods. So mods that basically tinkered with how silage was made. And I've heard a lot of people complaining about this. I think it's this particular tedder right here. They're having a lot of troubles with it not working right. So far, I can't say I've had any complaints with it not working right. It seems to be working okay to me. I think most of the issues have stemmed from hilly fields, which, yeah, this field probably isn't that hilly, so. And so far, I think all the other fields I've used it on haven't been that hilly either. And possibly Giants has fixed it here with the recent patch, too. I'm not sure. I don't think so, from what I've heard. Got some slow lifting hydraulics on this one, that's for sure. Hit the up button and it's finally eventually lifts up. Tried to time it right there on that one for lifting, but as you can see I still missed it a little bit. Not that that's a problem, mind you, just I was trying to time it there with the end of the row. So yes, you folks all set out there for 2015 to be rolling right around the corner. Got all your New Year's resolutions all set. Personally, I don't bother keeping any. That way I don't have to keep any. Or I should say I don't make any, so I don't have to keep any. Yes, that's how that goes. I never did quite get the whole point of the New Year's resolutions anyway. You know, I got all kinds of people that make them, and it seems like they never keep them. So, if you're not going to make the resolution, why, or if you're not going to keep it, why make it? Yeah, I'm surprised Auto Tractor actually won't let you tether your hay. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if it'll let us windrow it then. Again, these are things I've never tried before, so we're just kind of playing around with it, seeing what it'll do. I guess it would be if it can't tether it probably can't windrow it. And here again, folks, like I said, you can obviously use course play to do this. That is one advantage that Courseplay has over pretty much every type of hired worker mod. Pretty much can do anything and everything you'd want it to do, just about. Yeah, looks like Auto Tractor missed a few bits and pieces here and there mowing. Oh well, not the end of the world. I don't think I could have done any better, so I don't think I'll complain too much. Like I said in the past, that is one thing I tend to like about Auto Tractor. It does do a good job on fields, or, well, I shouldn't say necessarily good job. It does an okay job on fields that are not square or rectangular, or the oval, rounded, non-square, non-rectangular fields. It does a fairly good job on. Obviously a lot better job than I think a regular hired worker would probably do, or possibly even course play could do. Yeah, I know course play pretty much has to go in straight lines as well, so non-rectangular, non-square fields, course play doesn't always do the greatest job on either. And I have had a couple people keep asking me which map I'm playing on here. I'm not sure what you're missing. It's in the title, it's in the description. I even have a link to it in the, or should be a link to it in the description. I'll have to double check that. And I happen to say what it is every time I start my video. At least I should be saying it every time. I'd have to check. I know I said it when I started this one, so we are playing on the MIG map, M-I-G, MIG. Made in Germany, that's what that stands for, so I'm not sure if it actually is made in Germany or not, but it is supposed to be a German map, so. And if I recall correctly, I think it was based on a real location. I thought, if I remember correctly, or not necessarily a real location, but it's basically someone's idea of a real location, I guess you could say. Yeah, my understanding, it's kind of a real location, but then someone kind of embellished it a little bit, or maybe unembellished it a little bit, maybe depending on which way you want to go with it. But yeah, I would definitely say one of the better maps in 2013. I really liked it then. I didn't do a video series on it in 2013, I don't believe. Though my intro thingy does have a few clips from this map in it. That's kind of why I thought we'd do it in 2015 here. Again, this probably won't be a real long-running series. We're just going to probably do a few videos on it. And then at some point we'll probably pick a little more permanent location map to go to. I know there have been quite a few maps released now for 2015. I'm surprised at the number of maps that have been coming out. Again, I think most of them are all just converts from 2013, so not too big of a surprise there, I guess. And so far, most of the mods that have been coming out as far as implements and tractors and combines and all that good stuff pretty much have been converts as well. And a lot of reskins, so. Which I kind of find a little disappointing. I mean, it's just a reskin. So you take a New Holland tractor, reskin it to a John Deere. It's like, yeah, that kind of sort of works, but not really. Now, mind you, there are a few good tractors out there. There's a couple good John Deeres. There's a couple of really good looking Fendt. But off the top of my head, I think that's about, oh, there is a JCB as well. I think that one looks pretty good. At least from what I've seen at this point, I think that's about it. Like I said, most of the implements and tractors are either reskinned or modifications of the in-game equipment. Like taking an in-game cultivator and just changing it to John Deere colors and calling it a John Deere cultivator. That doesn't quite work in my book, but does give you at least some John Deere implements. That is a good thing, obviously. I guess that's one way Giants gets around not having John Deere equipment in its game. Let the modding community take care of it. I'm guessing that way they probably don't have to pay all the licensing fees and all that good crap. Okay, there we go. Shut that off, and we can load it back up. And we got the John Deere 8530 hooked up to the Krone Swadro. Nice big wide windrower. Okay, let's fold this big beast out. Why exactly is the tractor bouncing around like that now? That's kind of weird. No, now it's not bouncing. Ooh, that's like it's dragging something here. Turn that on, lower it down. Looks like we're ready to go. Out of curiosity, auto tractor? No. Okay. Yeah, something's not quite right here. I'm not sure what's going on with this tractor. It's like sliding. In fact, it stopped. Why is that? Yeah, something's causing this tractor to pull around here. Let's see what's stop here. Got something wrong with this hitch here or something? I'm thinking there's some collisions going on with that hitch causing the back end of this tractor to lift up. Let's try yeah, that definitely raised that up quite a bit. I think it's forcing it into the ground. Try a different tractor here a minute. Gonna make it really hard to steer otherwise if I gotta keep doing what I was doing there. Now again, you guys probably can't see that, but I'm really working the keyboard to try to keep that tractor straight. It's ridiculous. I don't know what was happening there, but I think the 3-point hitch on there might have been too low. Nope, let's fold it out first so it'll stay flat. Now we can disconnect. Okay. By the way, real life, I believe you should be able to disconnect them and they should stay standing up. But actually, maybe it would if I put it on level ground. That's, yeah, it looks like a little bit of a hill there. That might have been why. So I'll give this tractor a try here, see what it does. Actually, I want to see it connect here a minute, see if I can zoom in. Yeah, it goes down a little bit, but not quite as much, I don't think. Okay, turn it back on. And let's give this a try here. Yeah, that seems much better there. It's a lot more controllable than the 8530 was. Not sure if there's a problem with that tractor then, or yeah, I'm guessing there must be something a little bit not quite right with that tractor. 3-point hitch is probably a little too low or something maybe. Oh, it doesn't even break up the untethered bit, does it? That's interesting. Yeah, I've always kind of found the whole tedding bit in this game to be a mite unrealistic. I mean, technically tedding, it's more of a time thing. Give it a day or two. Depending on how wet you want your bales to be, obviously what you're doing with it, but if you're making nice dry hay bales, generally speaking, you mow your grass, you let it set for a day, you may ted it, you might let it set for one more day, ted it again, and then you might finally bale it. It's not quite as instantaneous as this game makes it seem. You don't just mow it, ted it, windrow it, and bale it. For any of those that have played the Agriculture Simulator series, that game actually was a time-based. You would advance in a couple days, and then you would get dry hay. Generally speaking, the whole purpose of tedding is to kind of lay the grass out so it can dry. Kind of fluffs it up. Lets the air and the sun and all that good stuff get to it and dry it out good. Looks like I need to watch what I'm doing here a little more. I'm missing little bits and pieces here and there. You know, I was just saying a few minutes ago I thought I had a lot of hay on this field, but now that I windrow it up, it's like, wow, this isn't going to be much at all. I think it's just such big windrows, that's probably why. Makes me wonder, real life, if you'd actually use a windrower like this very often. I would have to think this thing would make a massive windrow. Just looking at it anyway. Could be wrong on that, but just the size of this thing. Just happen to be thinking right now, you know, if you get a fairly heavy hay crop, and this may be more of a European thing too, I'm not sure, but at least here in the US, at least the first cut anyway is usually quite heavy. I mean, generally speaking, if you combine a row, it's not usually more than one or two from the mower. And this would be combining, how wide is this thing? 19 meters. That is a lot of hay there that'd be going into that windrow. I'm just kind of curious what would actually be able to pick that up. I think you'd have to go quite slow with your baler, or you're chopping it, whatever you're going to be doing with it. I like how it lifts and lowers them. It actually lowers them in the correct time, so you theoretically should be able to miss, you know, that first windrow going across there, that round one. Headland around the field there. And then when you lower it back down, it lowers them back down in sequence. Kind of cool. Nice to see that Giants actually took the time to do that. They didn't just, they all go down at once, they all raise at once. I will have to say I'm fairly impressed with the Giants this time around. They've done a fairly good job in keeping their equipment, looks good. Works, most of it works quite well. I'm not going to say it all works well, but most of it works quite well. Obviously there are some issues, but that's to kind of be expected in this day and age. Seems like all games nowadays have issues when they get released. Raising up quite fast enough there. Oh well. I mean, even if you play like Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, Call of Duty, any of those games too, it seems like they have a lot of issues when they first get released as well. You know, glitches in the map, or guns that don't quite work right, or are just a little bit too powerful maybe. Yeah, it seems like every time I play one of those games, I'm always having to update. Primary reason probably because I don't play too often. But when I do play, it's like I always have to update. There's a new update to fix something or tweak something a little bit. Now, back in the day when you got a game, you pretty much never updated it. And I mean never. You got the game and that was it. And of course, back in the day, it'd come on a CD-ROM disc, or even, heaven forbid, a floppy disk, or a couple of floppy disks. That's how the old Windows installations came as well. Get out your old, I think it's a 6 set, or is it 5? 6 or set? 5 or 6 floppy disks to install Windows with. Good stuff there. Now you're doing good if you can even get a computer with a floppy drive in it. In fact, I don't think any of the ones I currently have floppy drives. I'm looking at the 3 computers I have sitting here at the moment. It's like, yeah, I don't see any floppy drives in them, so. Nowadays, it's all the Blu-rays, Blu-ray drives, or even if you got a Blu-ray drive, it's, I should say, if you don't have a Blu-ray drive, then it's a lot of times flash drives and all that good stuff as well. Even, you know, DVD movies are not that common. Well, they're common yet, but becoming a little less common. You know, streaming everything online, and if you do buy something, you get a Blu-ray, which is, of course, the high-definition video content there, for those who are wondering what a Blu-ray is, if you've never heard of it. I am curious, what's slowing my speed down? I thought I had my speed set a lot higher. That button. Usually I have it set about 14 there. I'm not sure what speed this thing will actually go, mind you, but that's usually where I have it set. 11? It's like it's going to max out about 11. Which really isn't much faster than what we were going before, I guess. Okay, there we go. Let's fold that up. And by the way, with the way Farming Sim works, I know I've done this before as well. A lot of times people like to take your windrows and then combine them again. The way Farming Sim works, it doesn't really work. Yes, you will get quite a few bales off of doing that, but you'll actually get more if you leave them separate. At least in 2013, that's how it worked. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it still works the same way in 2015 here. There seems to be a limit to the amount that will fit in a windrow. And even with using this thing, I think it actually exceeds that limit sometimes. At least it sure seems like to me. It seems like you get lots of bales doing it this way. But yeah, we'll see how it goes here. And I believe I've got a round baler this time around we're going to use. We'll see how that works. Hopefully it works. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Back it up. Back it up. Geesh. Note to self. Place the brakes on this tractor. My goodness. You folks notice a slight problem here. Yes, I'll be selling tickets to this attraction here, I think. That is interesting. I don't know why, but the flashlight doesn't even work here. Weird. I know I've driven past here like a few times before. I think that's the first time I've noticed that. Oh, come on, you stupid speed control. Let's get going here. I don't know, it seems like ever since the update, the speed controls are like messed up or something. I don't know what's up with it, but I think it's always going for the slower speed all the time, even though I set it higher. Whoa. Hang on. That was an interesting turn. I think the trees are clip-throughable on this map. Pretty sure you can clip through these too. I think they are all clip-throughable. Yep, clip through those. Ooh, goodness. This thing must be a little bit slidey on the back or something. Or maybe the 3-point hitch is still a little bit low on this tractor as well, causing that. I'm not sure. Something's not quite right yet. Let's put it that way. Goodness, folks. Seriously, that tractor needs better brakes or something. Let's check this. Do I need to spray this yet? I don't think I spray. Yeah, looks like I got some weeds in that field yet. I just recalled. It's like, okay, I might need to spray that field yet. Make sure we do that. I think I'll just park this over here somewheres. Looks like a nice wide open spot. Which I think these are silage bunkers here, actually. Ooh, twin wheels. I don't think I even looked at that yet. It's man, twin wheels. Oh, okay. I don't recall if I've noticed that feature before, but you can put twin wheels on this tractor. Cool. I'm always a sucker for twin wheels. I think it looks good on tractors. And again, common, that's what you'll see in the where I live. See a tractor without twin wheels, it's... I'm not going to say it's uncommon, but if you see a tractor out in the field, you know, it's cultivating, chisel plowing, it's pretty much guaranteed it's going to have twin wheels on it. At least on the back, and possibly even the front. Now, I thought I bought the baler. Yeah, no, that's just the wrapper there. That's the picker-upper doohickey. Baler. Did I not buy the baler? Because I could have... I did buy the baler. Okay, now where is the baler? That is the question. Oh, there it is. It is there somewhere. Where exactly is there? Let's see, over there, I don't think so. Ah, it's right there. Okay, put it away. That would be why I didn't see it there. And I think we'll call it an episode there, folks. We'll come back next episode, do some round baling. And then, yeah, we'll see what we're going to do after that. So, yeah, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.